Just 30 days ago, the Fantastic Four trailer had the internet buzzing. But did all the hype extend to Herbie? 60 days ago, Marvel Rivals shook up the charts with that stunning Magik cover leading the way. And 90 days ago, Spawn made his annual return to the spotlight. Was it a lasting reign or just a fleeting moment? These three books were red hot, but have they held their heat or fizzled out? Let's find out now in 30, 60, 90. There we are. It's 30, 60, 90. This is the moment. This is the part of the show where we look back at the books that were in the cover price number one spot 30 days ago, 60 days ago, and 90 days ago. We see here four very different books, each representing a different era in comics. Um, Tell me what your thoughts on what you see right now.
It's very interesting. I mean, and we've talked about these books before, but that's kind of the point of this. And I just love seeing more attention on Spawn. I just think it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. We'll get to Spawn momentarily, but first let's get to that Fantastic Four cover. And that's Fantastic Four 209 that came out in 1979 from Marvel Comics. During its week, it was the number one book on February 10th for cover price, and it sold for $279.09.8. The weekly unit sale was 82. Raws were going for $17 fine, while gradeds were going for $144 at a 9.6. As of today, the last recorded sale that I saw was $10 at a no grade. 41 units was sold in the 30-day period. The raws did go up a dollar to $18, and the graded copies remained pretty much the same. They didn't change at all. However, the highest known value of this book was $360 at a 9.8, and that happened in January 13th of 2025 of this year. Currently, there's 330 copies in the census.
Yeah,
Herbie, man.
that surprises me that there's so few. But realistically, I mean, we both know this book was probably in the dollar bins before that, were very accessible.
Mhm.
So I guess it's not that big of a surprise. But like considering the amount of numbers we talked during the monthly show, it is a surprise that Fantastic Four they wouldn't have at least a couple thousand of those in the census.
It's the first appearance of Herbie, of who makes his appearance in the movie, and it's also the first John Byrne Fantastic Four, which there is some importance to that as well. Um, Fantastic Four throughout the years, they're known as Marvel's first family, but in 1979 they were not treated like Marvel's first family.
No,
Um, you have books like X-Men that were hot. You had Spider-Man that was always hot, and some other books here and there. So Fantastic Four kind of like fell on the curbside. And John Byrne comes in and he has an amazing run, but this is his first book, and it's not like today where we get to find out, hey, this writer's gonna be doing this book now. Back then it was like, oh look, he's doing this now.
yeah,
So it takes time before a book gets hot. Um, Not to say that it ever got hot. I can't. I wasn't around to know that for sure. I was too young at the time to know how hot this book got, and probably didn't. But it's a great run. It's an amazing run. So I'm happy that it's getting some love, even though the love is for Herbie. Um, but I say I love Jeff. I say I like Duke. Why not throw in Herbie to the mix?
but you know what? They can all be in the same comic together.
It's gonna be like a Three's Company show, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Come all together. Something like that. We're gonna have fun with that.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the book that was hot 60 days ago. That was Magic number one. This is the Marvel Rivals variant. This book came out in 2025 from Marvel Comics. When it came out, January 13th is when it actually was number one. And the book was going for $40 near mint. That was the top weekly sale. Weekly units were 43. The raws were $33 near mint. There were no graded copies at the time because it was a brand new book. As of today, the book last sold for $45, so went up $5. Weekly units sold, it was at 134 during the 60-day period. The book has increased in value, so it's $36 near mint. And the first level of graded copies are going for approximately $91, 9.8. However, the highest known value of this book was $120 and a 9.8 that sold on January 30th, 2023. As of today, as of this recording, there's only 14 in the census. Trust me, that number is going to change soon.
Look at those dates. So someone definitely paid a premium to get that graded, because if the 13th it came out, they sold on the 20th
Yeah.
or 30th. That's pretty fast.
Yeah, that's probably because of retailers were promising it already. So it wasn't.
I did a check-in at my shop about the latest wave of Rivals covers, and really these first kind of batch of them are still the ones that are holding the most value. But the other ones, the Loki one has gone up. It's selling for 15 or 20 bucks Canadian right now.
Really? Wow, I didn't notice that. I passed on it. I'm at that point with the Marvel Rivals books that I'm like, let someone else enjoy it. You know? And that's how I feel about it. I'll get a Jeff cover because I'm a Jeff fan, but as far as these Rivals covers, somebody wants them, let them be the ones to have it. I'm okay without them. That's me caring. All right. All right, let's take a look at a book that was hot 90 days ago. And technically, it's still hot today, and that's Spawn #1 that came out in 1992 for Image Comics. On December 9th, this book was #1 on cover price. It had a top weekly sale of $169 at a 9.8. During that week, 110 copies were sold. As of that time, the book was $21 near mint, and 9.8s were going for $150 to $5. As of today, the last recorded sales was $20 near mint, and there's been 435 units sold since 90 days ago. And the raws have gone up $3 to $24 near mint. However, the 9.8 has dropped to $125. So that's kind of odd when you look at it sometimes. The highest known value of this book is at $9,995, and that is a CGC 9.9 that sold December 1st, 2021. There's a lot of copies in the census, 35,315 to be precise, and like we said before, and growing.
Yeah, and we just talked about this in the Creator Spotlight from last week, and it would be funny, just next time you can just put in for the census, just put a lot.
or just put like an infinity symbol.
Yeah.
You know, this book constantly gets sent out to the census.
Yeah.
People love their copies now. Granted, is how many millions were sold?
I know. And what was it? It's like 300 a month at least are getting graded.
Yeah, most likely.
There's probably one guy at CGC, and all he does is look at Spawn books.
We got the Spawn specialist here.
Yeah.
But it is cool seeing Spawn. You know, there's a lot of love for Spawn, a lot of love for Todd McFarlane. So why not? You know, I'm sure this book will be #1 again someday.
Again, check your list for that strange, not miscolored variant that is not very common. Could be in your collection right now.
Yeah, that one's worth a pretty penny. All right, so there you have it. Those are your books for this week. Shane, what's your overall thoughts?
I'm very curious to see what happens with the Rivals books. If the trend's up with the newer ones just a little bit slower, and especially with the Rivals book coming out, we might see even those ones that just came out spike up a little bit. But I think these ones will just keep holding for now.
Yeah, they probably will. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching 306090. Really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on these books are. And until next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more comic content. Check out these other videos for even more insight, and I'll see you at the next one. Excelsior.